Breaking, yes, it don't bust for this area as a Biafra independence protests has gone international once more. Yes, my people, normally it don't go international. Yes, everybody knows about it, but once again, it has broken the bar on the international level. Yes, we'll be going directly into the details of this news. Don't forget, we are your one and only Exposed News TV. Yes, these are the details. Also, in response to escalating violence in the Biafra land, yes, in Southeastern, he said the protests has erupted across major European cities with thousands of members of the Biafran diaspora demanding international intervention in the ongoing conflict. Yes, we have there have been noticed that there have been demonstrations in London, Berlin, Paris, and Brussels, with the independent people calling for the independent Biafra and condemning the zoo government for its handling of the crisis. Yes, we'll be talking about these specific places, make you go know, make you understand, say everything where they actually happen is something that is meant to be and not a joke. Okay, he says in London, Trafalgar Square, as one way or another, protesters and people that are Biafrans have come across and come around waving Biafran flags. They've held banners and said, "Free Biafra now and end the Nigerian occupation." Similar things were reported in other cities where members of the Biafran community and their allies chanted slogans and called for foreign governments and the United Nations to intervene, which PM Eba has been on the sidelines, have been in the apex too, making sure and poking around, making sure that these people come to a full-time understanding that there is no going back on this particular movement. The process comes on the heels of the Biafra Liberation Armies and the BNL's movement moving and stopping across the violence that has been taking place in the Biafra land. As zoo forces are in disarray, the diaspora believes that the time has come for the international community to step in full time. I believe they have stepped in some time ago and they have made a few comments, but now they are expected to make heavy comments, heavy comeback, and make effective, what do you call it? Effective impact in this particular time at this moment, because this time is the right time. Okay, he says here that we cannot sit idly while our brothers and sisters are being killed from one Ngozi. We there are said that stays in London. He said the world must recognize Biafra's right to self-determination and self-referendum and force the zoo government to stop its violence. International human rights groups have also raised concerns about the growing humanitarian crisis in the region, with tens of thousands displaced by the conflict and the zoo government's military response. As you all know that these people seek to do complete a genocide in the Biafra land, in the southeast region, and it is not something that is even being hidden on any ground. But then it is not what we'll be looking at whenever we decide to do the necessary things that we need to do. That is just the truth of the matter. We are going to succeed. We are going to make sure we do everything in our power to make everything work out. The United Nations has called for a ceasefire and a peaceful resolution, but thus far diplomatic efforts have failed to gain traction. As the conflict in Zoo intensifies, the Biafra's global presence is making waves on the international stage, putting additional pressure on both the Nigeria government and the foreign powers to address the situation before it spirals further out of control. Na so. Okay, my people, na so we go dey give am straight to una back to back. Take notes. That is what we are here for. On another,
Is their place not enough for them to graze their cows? Why are they coming into our land? If it's not for a takeover, I don't know what else it is. Because right from time, I believe what these people have always wanted is to take over our land. Because you enter the streets of Owerri, you enter the streets of Anambra, you enter the streets of Ohafia, Igbo land, you'd see Hausa people, mosques built everywhere. And these people are able to like wake up one day, enter there, do whatever they want. The places where they are mosque or where they pray to their Lord on Fridays are being filled or is being filled with all these Hausa and Yoruba Muslims covering the roads, blocking the roads, stopping movement because of the fact that they are praying to their God. You don't try that in their rural areas. You don't try that in their place in the north. They will take you down. They are not in support of anything Christian, and if you are a Christian in that place, which means you are hiding as a Christian. But then they come into our place and we give them that accommodation of, hey, the peace we have here and how we would always want to accommodate them in anything they do. And this has given them the morale to feel like they can take over or do whatever it is. Go to people's universities, you see these people there. You see that they are now the ones riding bikes, and these are all steps these people have taken towards taking charge of the Igbo land. And it is very heartbreaking and very bad that these are the things that are happening. You see that in every state, one way or another, especially in Owerri, there is an Amawusa. That place they call Amawusa, that is where it's as if they've been given that place. I don't believe anywhere in Biafra land, these people should be allowed or given a place where they can stay. Because their mission is to take over, encroach and take over, give birth, have lots of children wherever they are. They do not even care. They breed their young ones anywhere they find themselves, and they come out and beg, and that is how they live their lives. And so these are, you feel that they are just people that are begging. It's a lie. These are things that they use to encroach into the land they want to convert and they want to take over. And that is why we need to be alert as Ndi Igbo. We need to really be at alert to make sure that these things don't affect us. These things don't find us one day and end us. Because that is what it's aiming for. That is what this whole mission is aiming for. To cleanse Ndi Igbo. But of course, we are not supposed to allow that to happen to us. We are not going to let that kind of thing happen to us because we are Ndi Igbo. And we expect, this is our land. This is Biafra land. The fact that these people have rejected giving us our land, or they've rejected giving us our referendum so for us to stay on our own, does not mean we'll allow people to encroach into it. And thank God for PM Mazi Simon Ekpa, that has decided, that have taken it up to his head, that has carried it on his head to make sure that the movement is not forgotten. The movement is carried up. The referendum is not a mission to be given up on. And that is why a whole lot of things are happening right now, because of the movement that has not been given up by people that have dedicated their lives to fighting for freedom. And so, my people, if you think that maybe you are not in support of Biafra, that is fine. Finally, when we get it, you can stay with them. You can stay with people that are ready to oppress you till death, that are ready to shoot you if you mess up, that are not even in support of Christianity. The only thing they want you to worship is that their God, which is the Muslim, which is their Allah. And then you would understand that there is no place that is better than where you are coming from. Yes, and that is the truth. People always wake up and say a whole lot of things concerning how we cannot stay on our own, or how we cannot live on our own. But then we've been able to live with people that are not interested in our progress. They are not interested in anything we hold dear. They've only ever wanted our failure. They've only ever wanted anything that will bring us down. That is what these people have always wanted right from time. And the earlier we get that into our skull, the better for us. They are not interested in us. They're not interested in us making it in any way. They've always wanted to take over. They've always wanted to have access, benefits from all our businesses and things like that. And that is one of the reasons they've decided not to let us go. But then we are not backing down on anything that concerns the Biafra movement. And so, my people, this is where we come to the end of this particular broadcast. Thank you for joining us. Remember to subscribe and turn on your notifications too. Thank you.